Friend Rich was super hyped because of its cast and its storyline, and I have to say it definitely lived up to the hype. So this drama follows Yoon Hyun-woo, played by Sung Joon-ki, and he's an employee at a chaebol called Sunyoung Group. He's been there for years and years, and he's gradually worked his way up. But he doesn't have a lot of power within the organization because it's run by the chaebol family members, and he's not really respected by them or anyone in the organization, really. I feel like he was really demeaned in his role despite being considered a higher up, and he worked his way up for no reason, basically. And for employee appreciation, he gets killed by someone at the company. Yay! Thanks for your years of service. Now die. And then once he dies, he ends up being reborn as Jin Do-jun, the youngest grandson of the Sunyoung Group chairman, whose name is Jin Young-chol. And he uses this rebirthing as an opportunity to get revenge and take over Sunyoung Group. So I really enjoyed this drama overall. I think it's a great revenge story, but I definitely think this drama is different than what I thought it would be. So when I first heard of the drama story, I thought it'd be fast-paced with crazy twists and turns, kind of like Little Women, but it's really not. But despite that, I still really like what we got with this drama. So first off, it's a very technical drama, so there's a lot of business and financial jargon, which can get a little confusing, but I think the drama explains things well for the most part and keeps it interesting. They kind of explain what they're talking about and what the impact of what they're doing would be, but be ready to Google things here and there like I did because it does get a little confusing at times. I like how the drama also uses its unique plot and setup to show class issues and how working class people are treated differently compared to the ultra wealthy people in a capitalistic society. And in terms of the plot, it's not as fast-paced as I thought it would be. The drama takes its time with the storyline, which I actually like. And it's very cool and interesting to see Do-jun execute his long and very slow plans of revenge and takeover, and we get to see him kind of build the blocks of taking over Sunyoung. He doesn't just do it overnight or quickly, but over years and years, which is really cool to follow actually. There are some parts of the drama that I found a little slow, like I was like, okay, let's pick it up a little bit. But then the drama will reward you with your patience with a big reveal or a moment, and that makes you really glad that you stuck with it. There are some things about the plot that don't really make sense, not so much in the beginning, but I did notice some things towards the end, so if plot holes and inconsistencies are a deal breaker for you, you might struggle with this drama. If you're looking for a more wild and super fast-paced drama, I don't think that this drama is the best fit for you. It's not a slow-paced drama by any means, and it's well-paced in my opinion, but it's not like a makjang. But when the big makjangi moments are there, they really hit. Like, there were so many moments where I was like, oh my god. It's a great revenge story, but just don't expect it to be a very chaotic ride. It's more of like a technical, strategic, and calculated ride, which is still great. So I wasn't expecting super complex characters in this drama because I thought it'd be more plot-based. I think I was sort of right and wrong at the same time. So most of the secondary characters, they don't have too much to them, which personally I thought was fine. For this drama, I don't think it's really necessary to get a deep character exploration on every single character because there's actually a lot of them. I think it's more important that we understand their role in the plot, and I think the drama does a good job of showing and explaining each secondary character's role and key personality traits. Some of the secondary characters are a little more over the top, which makes them fun to follow. And there's also some very fun cameos and side characters, which made me go like,
Ariana, what are you doing here?
What I cared about most with this drama was that the most important players in the story were developed well, and I think the drama was able to do that successfully. So speaking on main players, the main protagonist of this drama was Hyun-woo/Do-jun, and he's played by Sung Joon-ki. So this is actually my first drama with him, and I totally get why he's one of the biggest K-drama actors because he's just so charismatic and he has this like effortless way of delivering his lines, which I loved. And I just really grew to like him as an actor in this drama. I feel like even though Do-jun and Hyun-woo were literally the same person, they were very different characters, which I thought was interesting. Out of the two of them, Do-jun is the one who gets the most spotlight, and I really liked his character and really rooted for him from the start. The drama does a really good job of setting up his backstory and showing why he wants revenge, and for me it really resonated. as well throughout the drama, we get to see certain scenes from his past life as Hyunwoo, and that makes you understand certain decisions that he's making in his current life. He's a very smart and level-headed character and logical when making decisions, which I found refreshing because sometimes protagonists that are trying to get revenge, like sometimes they get clouded by their emotions, which can be annoying to watch. He does react emotionally at times, but he's not really reckless with his emotions. Like, he still makes smart choices even though they're impacted by emotions. But his character is really funny to me, like the concept of him, because I feel like if I saw his actions without the full context and like the full backstory of him, I feel like I would be like, damn, this guy kind of sucks. But I know the full story, so every time he does something kind of questionable, I'm like, yeah, Dojun, punish him. So even though Dojun is a great character and Song Joong-ki did a great job, I think the star of this drama is actually Jin Young-cho, the founder / chairman of Sunyoung Group and Dojun's grandpa. He's played by Lee Sung-min, and his character is amazing. Like, I was just still taken aback because I was not expecting to like him this much. Lee Sung-min does so well to balance the ruthlessness, enigma, and charisma of the founder, and he's also able to make him sympathetic and seem like an average human being when the scene calls for that. So one scene, you'll be like, wow, this guy sucks. And then in the next scene, you'll be like, oh, he's just like any other sweater vest wearing grandpa. I think the dynamic between Dojun and Jin Young-cho was actually the highlight of this drama, which I was not expecting going into it. They have a lot of tension and back and forth in their scenes because I feel like they're both very similar, but you can see how much respect they have for each other. And I think the way that they feel towards one another is kind of ambiguous at times, which I thought was really interesting. It's kind of like a chess match between grandson and grandpa, which I loved, even though I sucked at chess. So despite some of the very good character dynamics, I feel like some of the dynamics were not as good. So that leads me into the romance of this drama, or lack thereof. So if you're someone who really likes romance in your K-dramas, or that's like a requirement for you, I would not recommend this drama. This drama does have romance, but it's not done very well. It's sidelined for the main storyline instead, which I thought was fine because I wasn't really watching this drama for romance anyways, but yeah, it's not really given enough screen time or development for me to be really invested in it. It doesn't take away from the good parts of the drama because, like I said, it's barely given any screen time. And I feel like that's kind of too bad because I feel like the female love interest, she did have chemistry with Dojun, but I don't think the writing did a good job of showcasing that. So like their scenes are cute and stuff, but I wasn't really like, oh my god, I need them to get together and stuff. There is one character that I think Dojun had way better chemistry with, and I kind of wanted her to be the love interest. I'm not going to go into who that character is, but I think when you watch the drama, you'll know who I'm talking about. There's this one scene between them that had me like,
I would like to see it.
So yeah, I think if you want a revenge drama with great characters, acting, and a well thought out plot, then I think this is the perfect drama for you. So like I said, it's not super fast paced, but I think it has enough twists and turns to keep you engaged. And it's not like a slow paced drama by any means, like I think the pacing is pretty good. So yeah, thanks for watching. My plan is to create some more reviews for dramas that I'm watching throughout the year, maybe like every other week or something like that, and I'll probably sprinkle in some fan edits or like compilations during the weeks that I don't post a review. In terms of the next drama that I was hoping to review, I'm currently watching Alchemy of Souls. I'm still on part 1, but maybe I'll make a review for just part 1 and then make another one for part 2 once I finish everything. So if that interests you, make sure to subscribe.